Hi guys, this is Akanksha from A Tiny Mistake. Today we are going to do this really fun activity where we're going to decoupage this beautiful tray. So let's just stop talking and let's dive right in. So I've kept a couple of examples as to what all we can do with it. So depending on what you like, what your choices are, we can come up with something pretty interesting. Okay. So now that you have this kit in front of you, you have glue, as you can see. You have a sealing agent. There's a base. We've given you sandpapers of two types. One is a little coarse, which is P220. So this is for like removing any problems in the wood and all. This one is smooth. This is P600 for more finer things. You've also been given a decoupage tissue, obviously. We'll see what we have to do with this soon. And we've included two brushes in this. One is a flat brush and the other is a thin brush. Do keep a couple of tissues nearby in case you need to use them. So the tray that you have in front of you, we've given you a dismantled piece, as you can see. It's beveled here. And you can see that there will be a marking at the back to indicate how it's going to fit in the frame over here. Now, as you can see, this frame is a little rough right now. So we are going to have to sand it a little. But before we do that, we're going to paint this. I suggest that you keep using the base. I suggest you keep a little bit of water handy if you need it. Let's get started. So it's very important for us to color this whole thing properly. The reason for that is that the tissue is very translucent. So it won't show properly unless you've painted it well. So this is available in the market also as gesso or gesso. You can pronounce it both ways. But we have slightly our own concoction depending on what we feel works best for us and our products. So now you can see one layer of white paint is done on this. I think we need to do one more layer. It's almost dry, so I'm going to do mine right now only. Now let's leave this to dry. I have a feeling once this dries, we might need one more coat on it. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. You can keep it in this also. Take the slightly coarse sandpaper, which is the P220. Cut like probably half of it. I normally like to fold it, like 1/3 of it, and then one more fold. And now we're going to sand it and make it smooth. Yeah, see? Just one level of sanding also makes a lot of difference. So the better you sand it, the more chances of your tray being very smooth. Yeah, see, so much of a difference before and after you sand. Don't sand too much from the inside, because this is actually made so that it fits directly in this. So if you sand too much, then it might not fit evenly. We're going to have to wait for this to dry. So mine is almost dry, so I'm going to put one more coat on it. I need a very nice, clear white. You can already see the difference between this part and this part, right? See, nice and pretty. Now we'll have to wait for it to dry. So now see your decoupage napkin, depending on just like this size of tray, We just need 1/4 of the napkin, that's it. So let's cut our napkin meanwhile. I like to cut it using a thin brush. We can use scissors also, because in this we are not going to be like taking out any shapes or anything. But sometimes when you're decoupaging and suppose you only want to put the bird, you don't want to put the flower or anything else, then it's advisable that you use the brush, because then the edges are not sharp and they blend with the paint very easily. So I'm just in that habit, I guess, which is why. Try that you don't have a lot of excess water. So tissue is thin, so it's just going to come out on its own. Can you see this? Now we have this. So these are German tissues, German tissue napkins, and they are usually 3-ply. Sometimes they're 2-ply also, but the ones that are being sent to you guys, or the ones that you guys have from us, are 3-ply. What does that mean? That if you see this edge, so this is 1-ply, single tissue. This is the second layer, and this is the third layer. So now very carefully take the topmost layer out, and this is what we are going to be using. This is honestly waste. You can just use it to wipe your brushes or anything else. I normally don't like to throw it. I just keep it. And right now when I'll wash this, and I end up using this one. So okay, let's keep this aside for the moment. Let me check for this. Still a little wet. But I'm still somehow not very happy with the color yet. So see, a lot will depend on the thickness of the paint. Right now, this base has been made very fresh because we were preparing these bags to send out to you guys. But in a day or two, it will become quite thick. So like see, I think with each layer you can tell a difference, you know, there's a stark difference with each layer of white. There might be some excess paint, like right over here, like you can see. I'd suggest that let's use this napkin now and wipe that off. I think we need to show a bit of patience now and allow this to dry completely. I'm zooming in a little on this part because I want everybody to see how the paper is going to come on this. So now it's completely your choice. You want this part to come You want more of the flower, less of the bird. You want this sort of a thing, over here. I personally like the bird quite a lot, so I want more of it, a little less of the flower. And you can see I'm leaving a little bit of margin everywhere, So this is how I want my final tray to look. So let's get started. Yes, let's get started. Taking the glue. Look at the consistency. This is the sort of consistency that we want. It shouldn't be too thick. If it's too thick, then normally the finish doesn't come very well. It's going to have lines. Then your tray won't look as pretty as it should. So I always suggest that you should be putting glue in parts. So this is the inverse side of this tissue. So what I'm going to do is, I've taken glue on this and I've taken most of it out. You can see I have very little on it. And I'm pressing it. So you can see, honestly, I'm not applying a lot of glue. It's just a very little amount so that the tissue just sticks. Okay? 16, I've applied it. To do is you need to apply it very, very lightly, with a very, very, very slight hand. See, I'm not pressing onto it. I'm not pressing onto it at all. Yeah, we've applied one portion of it. Please try your best that you apply it in one direction only. Now if I end up, like, I know it sounds very stupid, but people do that after putting it lengthwise once, then they put it breadthwise and the tissue is stuck. Then this entire part will remain a little empty. So it's best that you apply it in the direction, like, see this? But do small portions. With a very slight hand, we're going to stick this. If you apply a lot of glue, then what's also going to happen is it's going to come out. It's going to just come out of the tissue. We don't want that. And now only this much is left. See this? Can you guys see that? One more thing that we have to do is seal it from the top. How do we seal it from the top? Again, very little glue we take and we apply one layer on top. Can you see it? The basic aim of doing this is pressing the brush against the tissue. Now if you've applied a lot of glue at the bottom, then when you press it, the tissue might end up breaking also, and that's not something that we want. See, I'm doing it in half and half, whichever part is closer to the side. Don't worry about the whiteness in this, that's going to go away the minute the glue dries. But I hope you guys can see the difference between the part that has been done and the part that hasn't. This is the final product. I think we can see now that most of this is dry. We need to get rid of these edges now. So for this, let's get this fine sandpaper that we had. Again, I like to use it in parts, like 1/3 approximately. So this prevents tearing of your tissue. The tissue won't tear as much in this, but we'll just wait for it to dry a little. So now if you can see, this part of the tissue is not stuck that well, only this particular part for some reason. So we're just going to take a little bit more of glue, very little though, and apply it over this. Just make sure that you're not pressing too much or your tissue will break. So now you can see the tray is completely dry. Let's get started on the edges now. This sandpaper, the fine one, we're just going to take this and slide it across like this. You can see the tear. Don't apply a lot of pressure, it's going to happen organically. Just put it like this and you slide it off. We don't need to apply a lot of pressure. You can see the tissue just thins down and breaks. We're getting such a beautiful edge right here. We're going to repeat this on the entire tray. I love how this comes out. It's such a straight and sharp edge. Don't tear it out, okay? I'm pulling it apart because I know it's already torn from there. If you tear it, there's a chance that you might actually spoil the base. We don't want that. If you think that this is getting smooth, then just use the other side, or we have 3 other sides. Well, So well, now you can see the base of the tray is ready. It's dry. So now there are 3-4 ways of sealing this. Some people just like to use glue only, apply a 2-3 layers on it, and they are happy with that. You have the option of the sealing agent also. I am going to show you using the sealing agent because that's what we use in our brand as well, and in our experience it makes the tray last longer also. Shake the sealing agent properly. It's going to have a slightly pungent smell, so I'm warning you guys. Properly mix it, and then we apply it evenly. You can't do this on the sealing agent. You have to apply it evenly. It has to, if you need to apply a second layer, then that will have to be once it dries, but you can't be using it like paint because this dries really fast, so you might just end up spoiling the look of the tray. Basically a one-sided motion, one-sided. I love how the colors just pop out immediately once you apply it. I just usually raise it a little to check if I've missed out on any spots, but honestly, even if you have, you can't do much about it right now. You'll have to just wait for it to dry. Once this dries, I'm going to put one more layer. Make this a slightly thicker layer. We're done with the base. We're just going to wait for it to dry. Now let's just work on this as well, because we need to apply the sealing agent here as well. Doing the back part first, and then I'm going to do the front, because this really sticks to your hand. Either you can also choose to wear gloves while you do it, but I find it a little uncomfortable to work with gloves, which is why this might hurt your eyes a little as well. people like to apply the sealing agent either using a sponge or a brush or like a muslin cloth. It's completely up to you. See, it's already drying up. It dries up so fast. All dry. You can see the change in color, like this is with the sealing agent and this is without. It just makes the wood look so finished. See, already you can see the difference here also. Let's try and make like broad strokes. Now it's just a matter of waiting for this to dry. So, okay, this is dry. So is this. Look, it has such a beautiful, nice shine to it. Now we have to put it in the frame. We have to attach it. I don't know if you remember, but in the beginning of the video I had told you that there will be a marking. It's like we've written something here and the same thing would be here. You can probably erase it because we've written with a pencil, but this is basically to guide you that this is how it's going to fit. The markings will align. So now let's bring out our glue again. With the brush, I'm keeping it like this so that I remember that basically this is how it goes. Or I can just keep it like this, yeah. Again, I'll say let's not apply a lot of glue. That never really helps. So what I'll do is I just spread it evenly a little. Like apply it in dots and then spread it. Oh, I took a lot. Let me get rid of a little. Yeah. Now this is the alignment. I just have to drop the tray on it. Now once this dries a little, let's just use some of this excess tissue that remember I told you to keep? To just wipe off the edges once. Any excess Fevicol, let's just wipe it off. Just remember that this is not going to stick immediately. It's going to take a little time. You need to keep something heavy on it and then leave it there. But yes, we're done. Doesn't it look pretty? So that brings us to the end of this activity, and I really hope you guys had fun. Don't forget to share what you created with us and tag a tiny mistake in the same. We will be coming up with a lot of these fun videos soon, so stay tuned.